Hey, what's up, Visionaries? Welcome back to the Arc Vision Fam Jam. My name is Anton. Hopefully all of you guys are having a fantastic day, because it is our pop day. And today's song request comes, I think this was Merrick. If I might have effed that up. I deleted the actual request in the Patreon, but I think Merrick asked for this one, and then it was upvoted twice. James upvoted it, and someone else did as well. So anyway, we're going to be doing Avril Lavigne and My Happy Ending, the dirty version. Just kidding. But anyway, before we get into this, I do want to say you guys rock. Thank you for all love and all the support. Also, if you guys want to, subscribe, that would be cool. I'd love having you guys around. And also, smash the like button on this video. Help me out with the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you guys want to support the channel at the same time, request songs like Merrick and everybody did on the Patreon, and request albums for us to react to. Like, by this time, we should be reacting to My December by Kelly Clarkson. Definitely join the Patreon family. Leave a request there. As always, shout out to my patrons. You guys rock. Thank you, again, for all love and all the support and keeping this dream, this vision alive, and more importantly, growing fast. So thank you very much. I say thank you from the bottom of my heart, and my future family says thank you. And keep the song requests coming. Lastly, if you guys want to check out my podcast and get your hands on official merchandise, links to those down below. And lastly, real lastly, if you want to hang out with myself, DM me on Discord and I'll throw the link down below. And that's it. So without further ado, let's get into Avril Lavigne, My Happy Ending, the dirty version. Let's get into it. Already catchy as hell. I love the woes.
Let's talk this over. It's not like we're dead. Was it something I did? Was it something you said? Don't leave me hanging in a city so dead, held up so high on such a breakable thread. You were all the things I thought I knew, and I thought we could be.
Wow.
You were everything, everything that I wanted. We were meant to be, supposed to be, but we lost it. All of the memories so close to me just fade away. All this time you were pretending, so much for my happy ending. So much for my happy ending. You've got your dumb
Oh my god, man, this is so good. How did I not okay, so first of all, as soon as this song kicked in, I was like, I've heard this song before. This must have been a massive hit. Because I'd never listened to this myself, but the moment it kicked in, I was like, I probably heard this at the mall walking by. This is probably in a movie. I'm guessing something like Princess Diaries or something. But this is so good. And again, this is what I was saying. Okay, Head Above Water was a masterpiece. I've listened to that song. I think I've listened to that song pretty much every day since. Like, it's just, I don't know, it gets me in the feels, and like, it's real. It's, kind of dark and light at the same time. But you guys know me, I like that shit. It's oddly inspiring to me. And then now this, I love this. It's just that like early 2000s rock mixed with pop, mixed with punk. It's like this. Like, this is my childhood. This is literally the music. This is maybe not Avril Lavigne, because I never listened to Avril Lavigne myself growing up, but this is the emotional intensity of the pop music I loved growing up. Like, this was the soundtracks to our lives. Like, this was just like, life was unfair, emotional, sentimental. It was, we were becoming jaded in a sense, but at the same time, we were kind of accepting it. And just hearing everything that she's saying, like, so much for my happy ending. Maybe that's what the 2000s were. Maybe that's what the 90s were. I feel like when you look at like the 80s, the movies, the music, it was so larger than life. It was glamorous. Like, you have movies like Groundhog Day, where it's about good people or bad people turning into good people. And nowadays, everything's the opposite. It's about good people turning into bad people. Like, we're so jaded now in our society. We've given up on kind of humanity in a sense. And maybe in some ways it started kind of in the late 90s, early 2000s or something. It was almost like right now we're jaded as fuck. Like we are, we've given up. It seems like this was that period in the middle, the fluctuation point between hope and then kind of, this was like almost like realism in a sense. This was, it came from hope. It was birthed in hope. This song was birthed in hope. She wanted a happy ending, but she was burned. And then Kelly Clarkson kind of also plays in this thing too, I think, because her music I'm seeing is kind of similar to Avril Lavigne's in a sense. It's real. It's authentic. It's introspective. It's honest. It's, yeah, like I'm just absolutely loving it. And it's just, I just realized that, you know, this naivety about happy endings, like, it's like, I think what screws with us is that we think we're owed happy endings. It's not that we think they're, you know, they're possible, because I absolutely think happy endings are possible, but I'm not naive to think we're owed them. I think that a lot of effort, a lot of presence goes into relationships. I feel like if you don't give relationships the presence that they require to maintain themselves, they will all break around us. You know, I have no reservations about that. But anyway, let's get back into this. Dude. Patrons, you guys know exactly what kind of stuff I like. It's like catchy, melodic, and kind of heartbreaking at the same time. Love it. But let's get back into it. And I love the video too. I love this right here. And I love the I love the imagery of her in the movie theater, watching her life play out in front of her, watching those memories that, you know, we become so attached to, that become so painful after breakups, where it's weird. After a breakup, it's like it could have been the most abusive thing ever, but you look back and all you can see is that thing through rose-covered glasses. It's just, it's crazy. But anyway, let's get back into this. This is freaking awesome so far.
You've got your dumb friends. I know what they say. They tell you I'm difficult, but so are they. But they don't know me. Do they even know you? All the things you hide from me, all the shit that you do. You were all the things I thought I knew, and I thought we could be. You were everything that I wanted. We were meant to be, supposed to be, but we lost it. All of the memories so close to me just fade away. All this time you were
chills.
pretending so much for my happy ending. It's nice to know that you were there. Thanks for acting like you cared and making me feel like I was the only one. It's nice to know we had it all. Thanks for watching as I fall and letting me know we were done. He was everything that I wanted. We were meant to be, supposed to be, but we lost it. All of the memories so close to me just fade away. All this time you were pretending so much for my happy ending. Everything that I wanted. We were meant to be, supposed to be, but we lost it. All of the memories so close to me just fade away. All this time you were pretending so much for my happy ending. So
love
much
that.
for my happy ending. So much for my happy ending.
Wow, that was so good. Man, I love that song. And it was incredible. And this is what I always pick up on. is that this song makes me feel nostalgic even though I didn't grow up listening to it. That's how I know it's a freaking good song. Is because you can feel the feelings, like, but they weren't mine. You know, and Avril Lavigne, man, her choruses, her vocal talent, she's amazing. She's so good at the choruses and hooks. Like they just like it's just this whole song just has so much energy, so much attitude, so much angst and just authenticity. Like I just love it. This is so good. Oh my god. And yeah, it just, you know, makes me think of how blind we are, you know, growing up. How blind we are in relationships. This is literally what I was like at 20. You know, straight up. Just yeah. I thought the relationships that I was in that were terrible were perfect and that they'd last forever. I thought I wouldn't call it abuse. It wasn't abuse, but like the fucked up games we played with each other. I thought that's what love was. I thought that the possessiveness, the control, I thought that's what happens when you love someone. You know, you breathe them. You want them around you all the time. And it's just funny when those things break up and blow up, like you're so affected, but it wasn't real. You know, this man that she broke up with, who she was dating wasn't that guy. It was the idea of that guy. It was her own projection of what she wanted. You know, she just didn't see the red flags that were around her all the time because all she saw was, you know, green flags. All she saw was what she wanted to see. And until the pain became so much that she was like just slapped awake, you know, then she could see what was going on. But it's insane the games we play in our own minds. It's insane what we can adapt to. I always say this: human beings are one of the most adaptable species on the planet. We can adapt to anything. We can adapt to the gulag. Like, you know, we can adapt to torture. Why do you think they have to continually change up torture? Because we adapt to it. We're one of the most adaptable species on the planet. We can adapt to anything. We can adapt to any level of pain. And usually it's like what drives us over the edge is that change up. It's like when it's so bad and there's this one variable that changes and it sends us into chaos, and then that's when everything is over. But really, we live with numbness for a long time. You know, we become adapted to numbness. We become adapted to not feeling. It's why we never even realize that we're numb until it's too late. Actually, in fairness, I don't think it's ever too late. I think I'm an example of that. I was numb as fuck. Like in my 4th year of college, I was just numb to everything, the entire world, and I was just like, yeah, I can't do this. Like I need to figure a way. I need to figure a way to feel again because, yeah, just can't keep living like that. And I just went on like a friggin' 4-year journey of just, you know, feeling and accepting my emotions, accepting myself, and it's still an ongoing process, but I'm a lot less numb than I used to be. And yeah, so it's just awesome. Like this song was great. I love this so much, but that's pretty much my takeaway is just the what we project onto each other. You know, that's why it's so important to be completely honest with like your partners when you meet them. Like tell them everything you are and everything you're not. Be very clear. You know, this is who I am, and this is what I'm not. This is what I'm willing to grow into. This is what I'm not. You know, because so much of the time, you know, what our partner falls in love with is the very thing that they try to change us out of, without even knowing. It's not their fault. They just usually opposites attract. So the mysteries there, the passion, the fire, the frictions there, the things that you don't understand about each other. Then you get closer, you start to understand each other more, and then you subliminally try to change each other into more what you're looking for. But the problem is, what you're changing each other into is actually not what you're looking for. It's actually what you're not looking for, and then you lose attraction as soon as your partner, your man, your woman turns into what you think you want. Then it's like, oh, why am I not attracted to you anymore? It's because the catch-22 of life is that you have to be aware of what you were attracted to in the first place. You were attracted to that person as they were in that moment. And then, you know, at the same time, if you give up who you are for a partner, within reason, there's, you know, if you're a pig, like a mess, like, yeah, it's probably best to clean up and, you know, learn how to compromise and share. But there's some things, there's just certain parts of your personality. Like if you're a gregarious person, if you're a communicator, if you're a talker, and someone's like, oh, you need to calm down, you need to, you know, don't talk so much, or, you know, don't be so loud, or, you know, all this shit. It's like, you know, if someone wants you to change, just leave. You know, don't give up who you are, because I guarantee if you're someone that gregarious, you're meant to be gregarious. That is who you absolutely are. You need to find a partner that absolutely adores that about you. That is so the opposite and so accepts themselves as the introvert that they love and accept you as the extrovert. That's a real relationship. Anyone that's trying to change you, it's like, yeah, run the other way. But anyway, what do you guys think of this one? Obviously, you guys saw the dumb smirk on my face the entire time. I adored this. This was amazing. Just, you know, everything I love about pop music is the catchiness, the melody, the grit. I love that too. I love that about Kelly. I love how honest it is. Pop music back then rocked. Honestly, straight up, pop music now pretty much sucks, in my personal opinion. But back then, man, pop was dope. It was real. It was pop just means popular. Popular music back then was awesome. Popular music nowadays, for the most part, I don't resonate with it. Anyway, what do you think of this one? What are your top 3? What are your top 5 favorite Avril Lavigne songs? You don't have to put it in order, because I know that's like choosing your babies. But just what 5 Avril Lavigne songs do you love the most? What 3 Avril Lavigne songs do you love the most? Let me know in the YouTube comment section below. Also, what artists do you guys want to see back on the channel next week? Let everybody know in the Patreon, like we did for Avril Lavigne. And lastly, yeah, if you guys are still here and you want to support the channel for free, definitely smash the like button, help me out the YouTube algorithm on this video, and subscribe if you're digging what we're doing. Also, if you want to support the channel in a big way and request songs like Avril Lavigne and albums for us to react to like Kelly Clarkson, definitely join everyone on the Patreon, as I said before, and leave a request there. Shout out to my patrons. You are the best. Thank you so much for, supporting this thing, man. I absolutely appreciate it, and yeah, I love you guys, so thank you. My future family says thank you. And lastly, if you want to check out my podcast, get your hands on official merchandise, links to those down below. Also, if you want to hang out with myself, DM me, do so on Discord. That's where the entire Archvision community tribe is hanging out. So find us there. And that's it. So without further ado, I'll see you again tomorrow. I love you.